Shalom, everyone. I hope that you are doing absolutely fantastic. Thanks for joining for a daily reading. Welcome back if you're returning, and if you're not, welcome to this channel. My name is Shannon. I'm glad to have you. My channel is very intense. I'm not churchy or religious, but I am Hebraic, and I do teach the living language and the scripture on my channel. I don't put the spirit in a box because we never could do that. So you'll get all kinds of stuff on my channel, and it will always be for uprightness. We uproot all kinds of nasty types of energies. So you will hear information that could be disturbing to you. And so we don't put up with wicked energies. We look at it, and so that you can know the spiritual weather around you, or possibly that you may have been oblivious to, that could be around somebody else, that you could stand in the gap and to intercede for somebody else, and to kind of listen to your intuition, to do something spiritually to get rid of those demonic entities that try to come into this realm and influence people, so that people can be delivered from evil. So as above, so below, as in the earth, so as it is in heaven. We need to know about the principalities and the powers of the air, because we are warring against that kind of energy. So anyway, this is kind of what my channel is about. If you stay, you stay. If you don't, then this is where you'll click off. So, but welcome if you do stay. Happy birthday to anybody, and happy anniversary as well, as I always like to say. And I send love and light right now by way of the Holy Spirit to comfort every heart, every soul, every mind that has been warfaring in any way, shape, or form. Jehovah is our protection, and we just thank you, Jehovah, for being our protection. He's going before us today, guys, and he's marching through, and he is winning the battle. And even if there's been some type of resistance, Jehovah sees everything. He knows what's going on. And there were some people that were supposed to appear before people face to face, and everybody has free will. And Jehovah can give a word, but if you're not going to obey what he says to do and get some type of blessing from that, then it just makes a delay in things. And you know, people need to understand that there's an opposer. We have an opposer that's trying, which is the devil, Satan. He's a serpent, and he's trying to bring a resistance from people coming together, because he knows his time's up. And people, his time's up. Okay? And you do not need to be afraid to get up and do what you know on the inside of your conscience, and do it. If you violate your own conscience, it's called sin, and sin is the devil card in the deck, which is the Samach. He's got, you know, the sin and or slash. He's called the Samach. It's predator energy will be around you if you violate your own conscience, and you don't want to open the door to a predator. It's a piercing energy. Okay, we are defeating that energy. He has no power over you and I, unless you and I open up to that and violate what we know that we're supposed to do. So I felt like I needed to say something to somebody, because yesterday somebody was trying to return, but there was a ruckus around some people, and there was words that came out of a resistance, and the devil was there as well, because some people know that they are facing jail, and that's just too bad. That's just too bad. That people don't want to face, you know, people also had a chance to be released from some real harsh energies, but because they stood there, you all said, okay, well, then you will face that. Okay, and so they gave in to fear and everything else. So what people do today is very, it's very vital. Depending also, let me just say this. Yesterday I got on camera, and I spoke about what Jehovah shared about the flood. And we know that we're in prophecy. And when it flooded, it rained. It came from the rain. And I told how Jehovah stated that when it rains, something prophetically happens. Positive and negative, depending on who you and I are. We all are still going through same stuff. But some people are protected going through the same things as the collective is. Okay? Where I live today, the weather states that it's going to rain all day. There's some as above, so below. So the natural and the spiritual are coming together in this time in prophecy. And some people can discern the weather like the Christ stated, but they could not see spiritual things that really do matter. And some people can see both those things. And we are here to teach about that kind of stuff, so that other people can have an awakening and to wake up and to defeat devil-like piercing energies. Okay? It's time to get into a place of perfect love, casting out fear and moving and marching through your situation and getting a victory. Okay? We're shutting down dark entities and demonic forces that have no right to put their intention on you and I. Giants and issues that are just giant in themselves. We just take authority over it. Black magic, talking to the dead, being crazy in your freaking head. We just take authority over it. Yeshua HaMashiach came and shed his blood and redeemed. Okay? So I know that I'm sitting here and I'm speaking to you, but we don't need cards for the Spirit of Truth to speak. Okay? I obey what Jehovah tells me to do. Okay? And so, because I heard somebody say again, will you please just deal the cards? No, I won't. I will do it when Jehovah says to do it. And if he says to put them down, don't do it at all, then I've done what I'm supposed to do, because he is my commander. Okay? He is my Abba, my Father. He is my everything. Okay? And he's the one leading this thing. The earth is Jehovah's and the fullness thereof. And they that dwell therein. Do you dwell in this earth? Yes, we do. And we have an obligation to follow the truth. Otherwise, we're screwed. So I humbly bow before him, my heart, my mind. I allow him to just teach what he wants to do. He doesn't do anything until he reveal it to his prophets. Okay? And we got people trying to touch the prophets, and then they're still sitting there praying and asking the divine, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And yet they're killing the prophets all day long. And Jehovah said, now I'm coming in here, and for all those people who did that kind of stuff, because I said, don't you do no harm to my people. My sons and my daughters will prophesy, and I will give them a word drop down inside, and I'll make them speak. And I'll make a way where there seems to be no way, but my ways are not your way. And if you touch my prophets because you don't like what they say, you're in big trouble. You're in big trouble. You're in big trouble. You and I touch one another with our mouth, and especially people got the anointing on them, you are in trouble. So Jehovah is coming with a great big sword for those who have literally hurt his people and his prophets and people that are in positions that he put there for a reason. Took the mark of the freaking beast. They killed with the sword. They're going to be killed with the sword. And Jehovah's coming back and stated that their blood was going to be upon his garments. They wanted to drink the blood of the saints. He's gonna give them a big fat drink. He's gonna take care of them. There's a warfare going on. The battlefield was there last night, and Jehovah said, "I've already won it." Because I tell you of things before they happen. It's already happened in the spirit realm, and it's now playing out here in the natural realm. What side are you on today? In your own homes, within your relationships, within your relationship with the Father first. Thank you, Jehovah, for clear, defined messages. What do you want to bring out here? Secrets. This card also goes back to the house of Jacob, and the secrets are with the righteous. And this is high volume intuition that we have to have, because we are dealing with some people that are just bent backwards. They need healing in their brain. This has got stars all up in the head, and stars represent healing in the deck. And we are dealing with backwards people. We really got to have high volume intuition, okay? Because there are secrets around some people, okay? Positive and negative. Okay, it goes both ways. some people are dealing with another party or another woman. That could be your mother. That can be somebody in your family. That could be a mistress of some kind. But there's some type of there's family here. The bet is the family. Somebody's got a mask on here as well. There's some type of a deception. There's backstabbing crap here, people. It's known what took place. What else you want to bring out here, please, Jehovah? There's a gown of salvation showing itself here. Yes, there's a turn here. Somebody been crying. This word that's out here in the Hebrew is to cry. Somebody has been crying because of something's taken place. The ninth house will take us back to salvation, takes us back to prophets, things like that as well. There's travel, there's a husband energy, there's also protection here with the wheel. There's fortune here. The deck I was using yesterday, Archangel Michael, set upon this wheel here. And Jehovah gave a fabulous word. But this morning, Jehovah reminded me about the gown of salvation. This high priestess has a gown upon her. So there is salvation that can be found here. Jehovah's turning something. There's high volume spirituality here. This is our higher mind going off, and this is high volume intuition. But there's been crying, and for the tears, he's going to wipe them away. He is going to wipe them away. We've got law out here as well, and secrets that have happened with law enforcement. Look, there's the reconciliation right there. Same house coming out here. The letter noon is here. The N, the Y, and the B, and the Bene is here. Somebody's name could be Benny, but the Bene are sons and daughters. Okay? Because this is heirs to kingdom showing up here. Jehovah's getting up and fighting for his household now. Bringing salvation. The noon represents salvation. The rivers of living water. This represents a river. This is a forgiveness. This is the truth about the secrets. About the other person. About the bent crap that's taking place behind people's back that's got people bent backwards and all of that, because there's been an imbalance of something here. A mixture of something is here, like prophecy states. Let's go back to a prophet and the two cups that are being mixed for the whore. Okay? Like prophecy says. Okay? Which is the dragon and the things that have taken place within the church itself. Okay? Well, it's high arcana. We got the heavens coming out here. All kinds of stars all over the place. Oh, say, can you see? The law is really here, and justice. And people also trying to suppress a big old star here as well, because that's the sun as well. But this is the anointing. Okay, this is the anointing. It's the letter K, the cuff. It represents to suppress and to bend somebody to the anointing, to destroy yokes. We got salvation energy here. Really big today. Really, really big. We have the name Ken out here as well. We have Beck, or we literally have Becky out here. The B, the K, and the Y makes Becky out here. We're getting names out here, but I'm not going to do all this. We just have a lot of anointing, a lot of heirs to kingdoms. Salvation is out here today. We got law really big because of some secrets, and eternity is also what the noon represents. We know we got death issues. Kenny is also here, or your kin is here, because we got family energy as well showing up in this reading, and somebody is going to be cuffed for something that took place. Let me take some words real quick from this homemade deck. If you are new, I just let Jehovah pick through my hand. Jehovah, you pick. Pack your bags because you're going places. Some people are going to go jail because they went crazy within something. You're dealing with the cleaner, something that was polished, or something happened with a brisk polishing of something got scraped or something like that. This is a rubbing type of energy. It's also a cleansing. We got a river here. We got salvation. Okay, and we're fixing to go to heaven like we ain't ever seen before. Spiritually, people are waking up. Okay, ground yourself. Somebody does need to ground themselves. Yes, because something's fixing. Look, the wheel is turning. This is the first letter of Jehovah's name. He's turning it. He's turning it, people. He's turning it. And you're protected. If you're in the upright, this is protection. Protection. The house of Jacob is protection. The book of Isaiah shows us that Jehovah is Jacob's king. Okay? Also, we go back to protection because the anointing is here. The anointing. The oil is found here. And Jehovah says not to touch the oil or the wine. Okay? We actually have the wine showing up here as well. And some people are in deep marsh, in really big deep marsh, for touching the oil and the wine. Olive oil energy is out here because the prophet energy is here. They're anointed. Spiritual love, there is a capacity to grow because some people are protected. They've gotten a garment of salvation on some type of situation. Okay. Thank you, Jehovah. Thank you for saving, because you're in the business of giving protection. There's something in a secret safety deposit box. There has been an arsonist type of energy around some of your situations. Well, we know that we've got the all-consuming fire as well. We have a mother out here as well. Situation going on. Well, again, we have a husband and we have children and family out here. Jail, prison, and justice. Yeah, well, justice is right here. There's been somebody that had been back and forth and back and forth, back and forth about something, and you hold his hand and go, well, no more. I'm going to make a choice here. And it is. And you're protected, and somebody needs to be grounded. Somebody going to be going some places here. Okay? A thrusting of the sword. Again, we just seen the sword, just like I stated. Jehovah's put his sword in, his flashing sword. And it's amazing that he's showing all these little stars here on these gowns, because if you go read in Isaiah, he's talking about his sword going right through, the stars and how they all fell to the ground. It's in that section, I believe. Lightning bolts. Again, it's raining. It's raining spiritually, and in some places it's raining in your city. And people need to be protected spiritually because it's actually happening naturally. And like I said, Jehovah said, when it rains, something transforms. It is connected to death. It is connected to the flood. And Jehovah tells us that you will walk through the flood, but you will not drown if you are in the truth. Look at the truth, the truth, the truth. And even the truth can be found here, because if you go look at the high priestess, she has the Torah in her lap, where we get our faith. This will come out, people. To me, it's encouraging because the wicked are going away.